I let ChatGPT choose my holiday reads on my Kindle. Everybody, and welcome back to another video. I hope you're all doing well. For this video we're going to have 5 categories. We've got a night read, a plain read, an autumn read, a slow mornings read, and a wild card. I am back from a family holiday on the west coast. We have a few days at home before we actually go up to see my family for about 3.5 weeks up in the North Island in Auckland. Then we are flying to visit Tim's extended family and his sister in the Netherlands. I cannot wait. I have just made myself a matcha and I put a little sweetener in it. A little brown sugar and maple syrup main character. Okay, first let's ask ChatGPT what plain reads. You want it addictive from page 1, so time disappears, emotionally engaging but easy to follow. It's Great Big Beautiful Life by Emily Henry. I have read maybe 15% of it. Second is a romantasy, that Night and the Moth. It's a gothic, dreamy, romantic fantasy. Third recommendation is an addictive fantasy romance, Brimstone. Dual point of view, emotional and romantic. Number 4, easy, fun mystery, perfect for when you're tired, The Impossible Fortune. Oh, is that part of the Richmond Osman series? Because I have read the first book of that series. Well, I read like 95% of it and then I watched the movie, so I do enjoy that, and it's very fast paced, and I've read his standalone book which I loved. Number 5 is The Expert of Subtle Revisions, mystery and time element, slightly more thoughtful but still engaging and shorter length. Historical mystery that keeps you thinking without being overwhelming. There are some bonuses which I have actually read them all. Funny Story, which I loved, one of my, probably in the top 3 of my Emily Henry books. The Housemaid, couldn't put that down. It says if you want a thriller you can't put it down. Seriously, I couldn't put it down. And then Bride, oh that's Ali Hazelwood, I have read that one. Alrighty, let's see. Let's have a look at those books. I am gonna cut out The Night and the Moth because I don't feel like a fantasy right now, and I'm going to eliminate Great Big Beautiful Life for now. Bring it towards the second book in the Thursday Murder Club because it is fast paced. I did start to read it around the time Iris was 3 weeks, but I couldn't pick up and focus on a book at that stage, so I want to know what happens in that book, and I am leaning towards The Man Who Died Twice, which is the second book in the Thursday Murder Club. And then what was the other option? I'm gonna take out Brimstone because I don't feel like fantasy either. And then what was the other one? The Expert of Subtle Revisions. Let's see what that one is about. Does sound interesting. From Vienna to San Francisco, I was swept away by this fascinating search for family and answers. What does it say? An NPR Best Book of the Year, thrilling historical mystery about a young woman searching for her father. A young man trying to solve an impossible problem and the quest for the power to transcend time. Okay, I think I've already decided that we are going to go with the Richmond Osman book because that is just light, fast-paced, addictive. That is just the perfect book for a plain read. So the next read that we are going to choose on ChatGPT is a nighttime read. Okay, The Night Circus, which I do have a physical copy of. Dreamy, magical nighttime perfection, slow, atmospheric, romantic, feels like stepping into another world. This one has been on my radar for a while. The House in the Cerulean Sea Found family, comforting, soft, emotional, gentle pacing, leaves you feeling safe and warm. The Starless Sea, mysterious, whimsical, slightly surreal. I haven't heard of that one before. There's an Abby Jimenez book in here, Yours Truly, which is my second favourite Abby Jimenez after Part of Your World. We've got company. Hello. Okay, I'll be back soon. So the nighttime read suggestion is Yours Truly, and I actually do have a physical copy of Abby's new book, The Night We Met, and I know that she normally does more emotional romances, more heartfelt, and she touches on some more deeper subjects as well. And then, oh, the other one is Before the Coffee Gets Cold. I could also do that. I have had it on my TBR for so long. There's some good picks in here. The Night Circus, Abby Jimenez, or the Before the Coffee Gets Cold. I think we are going to do Abby's book. And one of my most anticipated reads for the year. This category is going to be an autumn read. First option is a romance, When in Rome, which I haven't got to this series yet, but I have heard really good things about it. Small town, cozy, slightly escapist, light romance and humour, easy to read. In little pockets of time, feels like a warm hug, and a little more magical. First Frost, cozy small town, family love, comforting atmosphere, very autumn energy without being dark. Next option I have read and I loved it, The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. A peak cozy autumn vibe, The Pumpkin Spice Cafe. I have read that one. ChatGPT says, my honest pick for you specifically, knowing your vibe, cozy, romantic, aesthetic new mum, is When in Rome, daytime, easy to read. Or First Frost. I'm going to look up First Frost and see what that one is about. Okay, First Frost is actually the second book in the series, so I might circle back to that at some stage. So I'm going to go with When in Rome. Last book, oh no, second to last book that we've got in our last category is a slow morning read. Top recommendation is called The Comfort Book. You read 1 to 2 pages while having a matcha. It's comforting, reflective and uplifting, and short bite-sized entries. Okay. It's also suggested Before the Coffee Gets Cold again. Set in a quiet cafe, soft magical realism, reflective, emotional but still light. If you want peak, calm and literary, Small Things Like These. Oh, short, beautifully written, very quiet, reflective, perfect autumn energy. Okay, let's have a look at these books and see what they are. I have looked up Small Things Like These, which has been shortlisted for the Booker Prize in 2022. And it also says now a major motion picture starring Cillian Murphy. Got really good praise, winner of the Orwell Prize and the Kerry Group Irish Novel of the Year Award, shortlisted for the Booker Prize, the Rathbones Folio Prize and the Irish Novel of the Year at the Dalkey Literary Awards. So that is the book I'm going to download for my slow mornings, and it is only 85 pages. It's a wee bit later, but we are picking our final prompt, a wild card. Wonky. The last prompt I put, please give me 5 wildcard book recommendations for my last prompt to read on holiday, and then I put in brackets no recce's that you've already given me. Chat. Okay, let's see. First one is Yellowface, which I have read. Messy, chaotic, morally questionable main character, super readable and addictive. You will have opinions. That one ChatGPT describes it as chaos, commentary and a page turner energy. Second one is Malibu Rising, which I have also read. Why it's a wild card, one night party story, very bingeable, family drama, summery atmosphere, feels cinematic and easy to dip in and out. Okay, so I've read those two. Oh my gosh, I've read the third one as well, Tomorrow, which I really enjoyed. Why it's a wild card, because it's different, creative, character driven, emotional but not overwhelming, slightly deeper than your other picks. That is a thoughtful wild card. Okay, the fourth one, Cleopatra and Frankenstein. Why it's a wild card, because it's messy relationships, modern life, very real, character focused and a bit chaotic, gives strong main character energy. Vibe for this one is everyone is a bit of a mess and I'm invested. And the last one is Pineapple Street. Why it's a wild card, because it is about rich family drama but light and witty, super readable in short bursts, and slightly gossipy, slightly addictive. Ooh, okay. I am going to quickly look up Pineapple Street and Cleopatra and Frankenstein. I'm just reading about Cleopatra and Frankenstein. It says, for readers of modern lovers and conversations with friends, an addictive, humorous and poignant debut novel about the shockwaves caused by one couple's impulsive marriage. A look on Goodreads, and both of the reviews for the books aren't that amazing. There are lots of like low ratings for both of the books. So now I'm very hesitant about which book I want to read, but I am leaning towards Pineapple Street. I think both of the books just follow characters, and Pineapple Street is set in New York City following wealthy people, so we're just gonna pick this one. And yeah, I am nervous to see how it goes because it is a little bit out of my comfort zone when it comes to reading, but hey, let's give it a go. That brings this video to an end, and we have chosen 5 of our books. So we have got our plain read, which is The Man Who Died Twice by Richard Osman. We've got our autumn read, When in Rome. Our night read, Abby Jimenez's The Night We Met. Our slow morning read, Small Things Like These. And then we have our wild card, which I'm most nervous about, called Pineapple Street. Let me know in the comments below if you have read any of these books. I would love to hear your thoughts and opinions on any of these books you have read. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next one. Bye!